headlines of this bulletin. Cần Thơ City solemnly held the death anniversary of Hùng Kings. The opening of the 10th Southern Folk Cake Festival 2023 and the acts program in celebration of the 48th Southern Liberation for National Reunification May Day and the 133rd birth anniversary of President Hồ Chí Minh. Hello, and it's good to see you back here in this edition of Continuous and Top News today. On April 29th morning, on the 10th of Lunar March, at Hùng Kings Temple in Bình Thủy, Urban District, Cần Thơ City, the party committee, authority, and people of Cần Thơ City solemnly held the death anniversary of Hùng Kings. Delegates paid incense tribute to Hùng Kings and offerings including 1 tray of 18 chưng cakes, 1 tray of 18 dày cakes, 1 tray of 5 types of fruits, 1 basket of fresh flowers, 1 tray of sticky rice, 1 18 kg roast pig, 2 trays of fork cakes, along with many other types of local produce and offerings from the management board of Hùng Kings Temple in Phú Thọ Province. Vice Secretary Chairman Trần Việt Trường recalled the tradition of national building and reported achievements recorded to the Hùng Kings and vowed to unite to preserve and build the well-off, happy nation and peaceful, modern, rich and beautiful Cần Thơ City. The 10th Southern Folk Cake Festival 2023 and the acts program in celebration of the 48th Southern Liberation for National Reunification May Day and the 133rd birth anniversary of President Hồ Chí Minh took place on April 28th evening.
Speaking at the event, Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Thực Hiện said the Southern Folk Cake Festival has become the important tourism event to preserve and promote the culinary values of Vietnam in general and Southern region in particular. From then glorifying the creative labor process of folk cake artisans, boosting the folk cake making and processing industry to become the Southern specialties, and boosting the development and international integration of Cần Thơ tourism. Hundreds of thousands of visitors enjoyed a magnificent, impressive and distinguished arts program which was carefully choreographed to advertise the diversity of certain folk cakes, from then arising patriotism and national pride, along with the aspiration for further development.
Cần Thơ City's military headquarters had just held a gathering in celebration of the 48th Southern Liberation National Reunification, April 30th, 1975, April 30th, 2023, and May Day, May 1st, 1886, May 1st, 2023. Delivering a speech at the celebration, Colonel Trần Quốc Khởi, Deputy Commissioner of the city's military headquarters, recalled traditions of the 48th Southern Liberation for National Reunification. 48 years ago, under the leadership of the party, the resistance wars against the massacre for national salvation, especially the Ho Chi Minh campaign, made the great victory of spring 1975, making a glorious end to the 30-year battle of our people under the talented leadership of the party and great President Ho Chi Minh. Promoting precious traditions of the nation, the city's armed forces always make efforts to excellently fulfill their assigned tasks and build the entire people's defense, a strong armed force to reserve soldiers of alcohol in the renewal period. On to the news. On April 28th, Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Trần Việt Trường chaired the regular meeting on the social economic development in April and outlined tasks for May 2023.
A chairman directed heads of units to focus on tasking drastic measures to clear difficulties to obtain the highest results in socio-economic tasks in the remaining months of 2023, especially effectively publicizing and implementing tasks and solutions following resolutions set by the National Assembly, Government, Party Committee, People's Council, contents of Governmental Telegram No. 238 on boosting production, business, investment, construction and import-export, public investment and infrastructure investment in the time ahead. Regarding socio-economic development, departments, sectors and districts were directed to focus on removing difficulties for production business units, to speed up the public investment plan and disbursement of capital for projects capitalized in the early year, while managing the state budget revenue and spending, culture, music, and tourism activities must be held in a united, happy, safe, and thrifty manner in line with control of COVID-19 epidemic.
Within the framework of the 10th Southern Folk Cake Festival 2023, the Agriculture and Rural Development Department, the Culture, Sports and Tourism Department, and Bình Thủy Urban District People's Council jointly held a forum on the connection of local products in Cần Thơ City. The forum drew the concern and connection of investment fundraisers who expect to accompany businesses to develop local products. Besides, owners of local products can take this occasion to connect with hotels, restaurants, tourist zones, and travel units at home and abroad for the consumption of agro products, local specialties, souvenirs, among others. On this occasion, the Agriculture and Rural Development and Culture, Sports and Tourism Departments signed a Memorandum of Understanding to accelerate agri-tourism development in the city. The Agriculture and Rural Development Department also signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Thành, Vietnam Development Group to commercialize local products in the city. Người Lao động newspaper on April 27th evening celebrated the 25th founding anniversary of its representative office in Mekong region.
The office of the Người Lao động newspaper in Cần Thơ City was founded on May 1st, 1998. The office has played a connected role among the 13 Mekong Delta localities. In July 2020, one more office of the newspaper was established in Phú Quốc City, Kiên Giang Province. On this occasion, the newspaper presented 90,000 national flags to cadres, soldiers, and people in Mekong Delta localities, and the title of Mai Vàng Tri Ân to Labor Hero, People's Teacher, Dr. Professor Võ Tông Xuân.
Located on Nguyễn Văn Linh Street, Ninh Kiều Urban District, Văn Thành Nam facility has been a place to connect photography lovers, photographers in Mekong Delta and other branches in the country who come to print and process photos.
This facility of Mr. Văn Thành Bình was handed down by his father. Most of the color and artistic photos sent here are printed and completed by determined workers with the talent and heart for the profession. As for viewers, each photo processed and printed here has been elevated to become a beautiful and meaningful work of art.
In my childhood, I saw my father and uncles doing printing. Since then, I find this job interesting because it brings beauty to life. So I do this job to continue my father's profession.
After graduating from university majoring in information technology, Mr. Bình followed his father's footsteps and has been in the profession ever since. There are a variety of photos such as party photo albums, souvenir photos, color photos, and black and white photos, printed on materials such as paper, wood, and so on. Specifically, photo processing range, documentary and artistic photo printing.
Between the father giving advice for elevating the work, the son uses techniques to show the work. Once the work has been elevated, it will be sold both domestically and abroad, thereby promoting the image of the Western River region.
Machinery equipment is a part of photo processing and printing. It's important that the quality of the photograph be determined by the craftsman's skills and qualifications, especially for the restoration and editing of decay-resistant documentary photos. The profession needs to have knowledge and artistic aptitude for photo editing.
The immediate value is to serve the public with historical knowledge. However, the core value is to provide materials for the education of the revolutionary tradition. Firstly, I love this job. It is the source of my family's livelihood. Secondly, it is when I look at a photo printed from the printer and feel it's beautiful. That is what keeps the fire in me.
It's impossible to count how many valuable photos Mr. Bình and his family have provided for Mekong Delta photography. A lot of research photos are edited and printed here, and they compete in national and international competitions, awards, and art photo exhibitions. For Mr. Bin's family, each printed work must be a high-quality photo that is given to viewers as a work of art.
The updated weather forecast also wrapped up this edition of Continues. If you want to watch again in its bulletin, please visit our website, Kênh TV.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.